Regarding the forming of a military coalition to suppress or retaliate the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, we have to disagree, thinking that it feels to be a very hasty action in a situation that doesn't require haste.
And yet, Zimbabwe is a country that is dedicated to the belief that nuclear weapons are neither necessary nor legal. In 2009, Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe announced that Zimbabwe would use newly discovered uranium deposits to produce nuclear power to resolve our chronic energy shortage, emphasizing that Zimbabwe has no intention of producing nuclear weapons.
This agreement was the first of its kind for South Africa. The 29th Amendment for the United States enables signatory governments to remain abreast of the latest research information in the fields of nuclear safety. But South Africa's government is trying to do its part, not only for the better of our country, but for all the nations.
Which threatens the welfare of the Korean people. These decreasing diplomatic relations with Korea and restrictions on our ports has greatly affected the livelihood of our citizens. This animosity is a growing concern for Korea, and our counterparts are the primary source of aggression on the Korean Peninsula.
Propose that the first operative clause, which calls for a formal military commitment, be modified to be either voluntary commitment or to take the military strength of the member nation into account.
Having the same representation in both bodies gives that one person, a say in two different issues, and I think that gives them a little more power than is necessary.
We have the ability
Yes.
type of thing, like we would allow that, the UN would allow us to defend ourselves.
Yes.
So do you guys think? I think it's also important to clarify that a weapon is not necessarily something in space, but America has taken out technology to shoot satellites from Earth. So that's an important.
Instead of actually entering North Korea, just in case North Korea decided to throw everything away and actually attack South Korea or any other country to actually step in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever, it's just maintaining what is already stated in Article 47, which is having that military command structure established just in case is kind of the implied thing.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, everyone, I have an urgent message from the Security Council. Delegates, crisis has struck the Western world. Earlier this evening, power failures occurred across northeastern United States. In major cities,
So the United States,
But that was any sort of physical aggression. So that is military.
Attention, delegates. The United States has responded to the cyber attack.
Alright, we need to do something about the virus.
some military. That's physically impossible.
We'd like to live, survive.
And we want your current government to stay.
Yeah, we would really like that.
Exporter of natural gas. Well, what we're saying is that we can consist on our own. You guys can fight it out if you want. We can
Group 2, discussing the resolution 1. First off, we want to delete operatives 2 and 3. Second off, revise this operative 1 by replacing military with diplomatic and deter North Korean aggression with promote reduced tensions in the Korean Peninsula.
We would like to understand why you want 7 days notice before a launch. Are you planning on doing something within that 7-day window? Are you going to look at what's being launched? Are you going to review it? We just want to know why you want it.
Well, the bulk of our amendment is
for the proposition at the meeting of a UN Committee of Peaceful Use of Outer Space. That way we can sanction anything that is going to go into orbit, and we can regulate and know what is in orbit at all times. But the additional notice 7 days prior serves a bit like a birthday notification on Facebook. Did you know your friend's birthday? Probably. Did it help you to get reminded? That way you could buy them cupcakes? Yes. You know what I mean?
And something like a Rotary Model UN has really struck a chord in me. The idea that you can take, you can invite kids from high schools in San Diego who may have known nothing about what's happening in the world, what's happening in Libya, what's happening in North Korea, what's happening in Iran, Uganda. You know, you can just name the countries any way you like. And you know, these kids, well, I say kids, but they're young people in many cases. They're 14, 15, and you know, within a matter of 2 months, they come here and they're able to give a very good description of the country, its politics, its what the economy is about, and what its stance is in the United Nations on particular issues. And not only that, but they're able to know who they have as allies, either in the region or in the world. And this year, for example, they tackled a crisis which involved Libya, it involved Al-Qaeda, it involved Iran, and it involved NATO and the US. And they just took to that like ducks to water and came up with, you know, a solution which, if it happened in the real life, you'd say, wow, that's a pretty good compromise. You know,
I have enjoyed the experience of speaking to all these other people from different schools and learning that there is some hope for an organization I was very skeptical of. I've actually seen it in action, and I've seen the benefit that it does provide, and it just gives me hope for the future of my generation. I think it really builds bridges. I think that it really does help connect people together. People from different backgrounds, different cultures, but we still realize that we have one thing in common, and that's humanity. And there's nothing barring us from each other. We can talk to each other and discuss our differences and still be friends.
This is a wonderful experience for the kids in terms of establishing great tool sets to be able to understand conflict and conflict resolution, to be able to listen carefully to divergent interests, and to be able to reach some sort of consensus. And no matter what they do in their lives, in terms of whatever careers, they're going to need that sort of tool to be able to reach consensus, you know, in the workplace or in any sort of thing they're doing. I think it has allowed them to be more attentive to international and world affairs, where I think teenagers growing up, certainly in today's day and age, are very much myopic in many respects in their own schools, in their own communities or so, and they usually don't know what's going on and or the dynamics of different cultural beliefs and values as how that relates to their own or to others in the country. So I think it's really broadened their scope in terms of their international perspective. It's caused, I think, some of them that I've known to go off and travel more and to perhaps really want to do a further studies or careers in international relations or political science or law or with the Peace Corps.
Hi, I'm Idil Delmar. I'm a delegate from North Korea, and I go to Mesa High School. Well, I'm really interested in studying political science and working in the UN, hopefully. So coming together and seeing other students that have that same interest is really interesting, and having everyone decide what they want to do, what country they're going to work on, is something that is really beneficial.
My name is Justin Scott Douglas, and I'm a delegate from Nigeria, and my school is Oceanside High School. It's definitely influenced what I want to do with my life. It's really brought me that maybe I'd like to join the UN, maybe I'd want to be a delegate for the United States and maybe other parts of the world.
I'm Danielle. I'm a delegate from Netherlands, and I go to Mount Carmel High School. I really enjoyed it. It's a really great experience. I've made so many new friends, and I've really learned a lot about how to, with peace relations and foreign affairs.
I'm Stephanie Myers. I'm a delegate from Russia, and my school is Rancho Buena Vista High School. I have definitely enjoyed it so far. It's been a great experience to be able to learn not only about the country I represent, but also about the other countries attending the conference and the students behind the countries.
This is my first year, and I would like to thank everyone here, including the Secretariat and all the students and the advisors for making it possible. And I would also like to thank you for making this memorable. I'm definitely going to do this next year.
Say for me, this was like really empowering because I go to CCA and sometimes I feel like it's all about getting into college and there's so much competition, and this way you got to just kind of be free and just stand up for what your country was, and it was just an awesome experience to have that environment.
You may know I actually skipped prom to come here, but it was worth it. Because I have learned far more here and had more fun than I would on any other prom that I would have gone to. And coming here, and I was rewarded for it, and I will thank you all for the experience. And thank you for Syria.
Thank everybody for this wonderful experience, and I'm really glad I came. This is our school's first time being here, and I had so much fun. I've made so many new friends, and I've learned so much. Thank you, Rob, for inviting us, and thank you to our advisors for bringing us here.
I'm Katie McDowell, and I'm a delegate from Ireland, and I'm from Canyon Crest Academy. I think this will help a lot because it has public speaking, but also it makes you think on your feet, because you have to just be able to respond quickly to whatever someone says and pull facts from your brain.
My name is Adair. I'm the delegate from Syria. I represent Helix Charter High School. I've learned a lot about other countries. I mean, going in, I had never really known much about Syria or Pakistan, but after this, I've learned to appreciate their diverse cultures.
Hi, I'm Samantha Newman. I'm a delegate of Bolivia, and I go to Helix Charter High School. The Mullally MUN is a really fun experience because you get to interact with a lot of other students from other schools and get to know them and their views on political occurrences in the world, not just yours.
I think this will help me with a greater understanding of what we need to do as individuals to work together and create peace. Everyone says that they want peace, but to actually make an effort to understand people who are different than you, it's going to take a lot of work. And I think this is definitely going to influence me in high school as just getting more involved with Rotary, getting more involved with working together with different organizations. In college, I definitely want to join other organizations and clubs to help further this type of work with working with other people. It'll definitely affect me, and it'll definitely give me better knowledge of what my purpose in life is.